myself Sangeeta Devi from GK Jain School, Raipuram.
In today's class, we are going to see Unit 4 Human Resource Management, Lesson 10 Recruitment Methods. In the last session, we have discussed about the recruitment reason behind the recruitment, why there is a recruitment, and then we have seen about the recruitment process, what is the process steps involved in the recruitment. So these are the things we have seen under the recruitment definitions given by Edwin B. Filippo, and the meaning of recruitment we have discussed. In today's class, we are going to see the sources of recruitment. In the last end-up session itself, I have told you we are going to see the sources of internal in the next class. So here in today's class, we are going to see the sources of recruitment. Sources of recruitment is that how we are going to get a person to our company the way. So that is the sources of recruitment. The sources of recruitment is of two types, which is internal and external. So the internal is that nothing which is within the organization. So within the organization, I choose up a person and elect a person to my office. That will be my internal. So the internal is nothing, I choose up a person within my organization, giving information only to the employees or some person within the organization. So when we go for the external, that is beyond outside the organization, where I give advertisements or some walk-in interview persons will be there. So like that, it is we are external one. So we will see the internal sources. So the internal sources is very important, I can tell, more than the external. And recruiting a unknown person, somewhat internal will be a known person, like that also it can be there. So we go for the internal sources. So the internal sources itself, we have 11 categories to be discussed. So the 11 categories will tell about the internal sources. First one, transfer is nothing, I will move a person from one department to the other, like that transfer. You should not think of a transfer in the case the one person will be given to the other area, like that transfer, it is not there. The one department which is having a many number of employees more than their requirement. If example, let me take off a sales department requirement itself is 10 persons, but I have a 12 persons, that is of a surplus staff. So what they will do is that they will try to reduce the 2 persons and give the 2 persons to the other department. If a purchase department is need of a person, definitely they will give that 2 person to them in order to fulfill the requirement. So the purchase department is of a lack of 2 persons, such a way they can be filled. So this is what a transfer is. Transfer is nothing, they will move from one department to the other department which is having the deficient staff. That is in the case they will not have the sufficient staff to work for the organization, so they will fill up like this. So this is what a transfer. Next is upgrading. It is a very important while we go for the organization. Organization is that performance wise we will give them appraisal. That is what the upgrading is also. From the lower position, one can be given to the higher position. If example, they are subordinate and superior, like that we will take, because it is a management, so we will use that terminologies. Superior posting is vacant. There were 4 subordinates, one can be given that superior posting also. In such a case, who has been working for the company for more number of years and he has a very well known knowledge about the superior, what he is doing, definitely, and his performance wise is improved a lot in the organization, definitely he can be given the performance appraisal. This is what the upgrading means. Next, that is performance wise, from the lower position to the higher position, they will be upgraded. Next is promotion. Promotion is also the same way, but not seeing the performance wise, but there is a need of a person, what they will do, we will give them promotions. If upgrading is a slight variation, is that performance will be seen and then considered and he has been brought up to that position. But promotion is that there is no need of any performance. Many companies will see that performance also, but it is not too much required. What we will do it is that from the lower position promotion to the higher position, we will post a person. So that is what your promotion and upgrading are similar in meaning, but in the upgrading we will see the performance wise appraisal will be given, but for the promotion it can be given on performance, it cannot not be given on the other side also. So the promotions. Next is demotion. Demotion is very worst thing in the organization, I can tell. What is that? When we don't have the performance being performed by some person, is not up to our level. We will have the level in our company, but it is not up to our level. What definitely we will do is that we will try to reduce the posting from a superior. Also he is not having that much of knowledge, or he is doing the performance poor, and his connectivity to the subordinate and the manager is very lack of communication. Any reasons it can be. So any reasons, what they will do, from the higher position they will be given to a lower position. That is what demotion. Promotion and the demotions are just quite opposite, where in the promotions we will increase the persons, we will increase the level of the employees from the lower level to the higher level. But if we go for the demotion, we will decrease the posting from the higher level, they will be given to the lower level. So that is what is your demotion. Next is the recommendation by existing employees. Recommendation by existing employees is that we as existing employees, in the case there are many persons working in the organization, we will give their opinions and suggestions also. So what they will do, that the friend or family members who is having a qualification which is required by the organization, they know that okay, this posting is vacant in my office. I'll tell to my friend, in my organization there is a post vacant, why you cannot go and approach them. Like that I'll recommend my own friends or family members to my organization. That is what the recommendation by existing employees, where I know what is my company need, and that can be fulfilled by my friends or family members. Definitely I'll give my suggestions also. That is what your recommendation by existing employees. Next is job rotation. Job rotation is that nowadays they are all doing, is the most important thing in the organization is job rotation. Job rotation is that if your posting is being given to an employee as a clerk, let me take of a clerk, the posting has been given to them in a way, and after that what we will do, not only the clerk work, all the other sales work or purchase work or any works, they will be given extra works in the all the department. Why? In the case he will be acting as a multitasking staff also. That is very crucial or very important thing which is going on in the organization, is that job rotations from one department to the other department. They will go and work for them, and they will tell all those their learn all those how it functions, and he will be like a multitasking staff where he can know the different departments works. So this is what is your job rotation. From one department to the other department, he moves and learns all those works from the department. So that job rotation, in the case if one department is not having sufficient staff, he knows the knowledge about it. Why? In the same way he can do his work and also join and do the other work. Or it can be like this work is not now most necessary, but other department work is very necessary. In the case, he can quit this job for some time, and he can move on to the other department works. So that is what is your job rotation. We have more 5 points to be discussed on internal sources. Retention is that there will be a retiring employees. Many organization will have the persons above the 58 or 56, like that they are going to be the nearer to the retiring age. Retiring age is changes for different field. Many lower level workers and all will be having 60, many will are having 58, and now at present it has been changed to 59. So we cannot tell it that the retiring at the retiring time, the retiring employees will be given a chance to continue to the work. Why? In the case he has the sufficient knowledge, he has been there for the number of years, so he knows what to do it, the work, how to do it, everything he knows. So retention is that keeping the person who is going to get retirement after, before his retirement, he will be there at the or after the retirement age also for some months, like it will be there in the organization, like a superannuation period we can tell. So he will be there in the organization. Retention is that at the before the retiring employees, they will be called and asked them, no need to retire, you work for our company, so you will be continuing this post. Like that, the management or the organization top level will speak to the persons and get their jobs. So that is what the retention is. Next is retired employees. Retired employees, don't get confusion with the retention and retired employees. It is somewhat similar in meaning, but quite difference is there. What is the difference is that retention is that before retiring we will keep the persons, but retired employees is after retirement we will call them and meet our requirement. If example, he has been there in our organization for 40 years and he has been retired, so he knows completely about the organization, what is the need, what to be done, and he has the qualification and a number of years of experience is there. Like that, he has many knowledge about also. So what can we do it is that we will call up the retiring employees and make them to work for our organization. So we will go and approach them. We are in a need of a person where you know the work, how to do it, we are calling up you. Like that, we will go and approach them and we call the retired employees to work for our organization and meet our requirement. So that is what the retired employees. Next is dependent. Dependent is that where it will comes is a legal heir. Like example, one person is working for our organization for more than 10 years and he has been suddenly died due to an accident or something, and he has been suddenly died. So what we will do is that their person's sons or daughter, legal heir, will be called up to work for the organization, where in order to not go for the other one, we can give some chances to the deceased person's legal heir itself. So what is the death person's family members can be called up to do the works. That is what the dependent is. That dependent is that because like example, in the family, father has died, so he has not he has been there in the organization and doing lots of works and earning the taking care of the family. Suddenly he has been died, definitely the family cannot know what to do it in a financial wise or the physical mentally he will be depressed. So what we will do is that we will call up the family members and will give them a chance. If they have a sufficient knowledge and qualification, definitely our requirement also can be filled, and taking care of the dead person family also, the organization like humanity can be there. Likewise, it can be done. That is what the dependent is. Next is previous applicants. Previous applicants is that many persons if we have an organization, many persons will come and approach us. We have completed graduation or we have completed this. If you have any posting or any vacancies, you can approach us. Like that, they will come and in a direct way or work in interview, or they will visit our online website and email us the mail their resumes. So we will have the different persons resumes if we run an organization. What we can do is that if we are in a need of a person, in order to any person has come and approached us, we can call them before they have approached, but that time we don't have a vacancy. But now a vacancy has been arised. What we will do is that we will call up that person and tell them that okay, we have seen resumes, and if in our organization, if we are having a need of the person, if you are willing, you can come and attend the interview. Like that, we can go for the previous applicants. Previous applicants, in the case they are being called by the persons who has been applied already they have applied, and now we are at the present need, we are calling them. So that is what the previous applicants. Next is acquisition and mergers. Acquisition and mergers is very important. If suddenly one company has faced a losses and they cannot bear it, what they will do is they'll try to wind up the company. Wind up is nothing, the closure of the company. So in order to the closure of the company, what we will do it is that acquisition is something where we will have the acquiring the companies. Like that we can tell, if a company is being there in a market and he has very well growth in the company, and he can go for the BB where faced a loss and they are going to wind up, they can acquire the company, and all the properties and all the losses faced can be settled down by A, so that they can acquire the companies. And merger is that A and B in the case can be jointly maintained, or only the properties only taken in the case acquisition is nothing, all the losses will be settled and the property wise the assets will be brought, and the employees also will be given a job in the A. That is what the acquisition. And merger is that A and B will be merged because B has faced a loss, so they cannot bear it. What they will do, A and B will be merged, so then employees working in a B company also can come for the A where if they are need, otherwise it can simultaneously function. So this is what the acquisition and mergers. Acquisition is that acquiring of a company, merger is that combined of the company. So this is what the, if we combine, automatically we get more number of employees to our organization. So these are the sources of internal, where within the organization we are employing or taking up the persons. From the beginning we have seen transfer is that from one department to the other department. Upgrading is that from the lower level to the higher level through the performance appraisal we will do it. Promotion is also same way, from one lower level to the higher level we will move the persons, and it can be of a performance wise, or suddenly any need arises in the top level, we will automatically move the persons. So that is what the promotion is. That demotion, that is from higher level to a lower level due to their poor performance, we can degrade them. Recommendations by existing employees, where I work in organization, I know that my company is need of a persons, my friend is having a good qualifications, I'll suggest my friends and recommend them. So that is what the recommendation. It can be a family or friends, social people or neighbors, anybody can be recommendation by existing employees. Job rotation is that one person will be involved in all departments where he learns all those things. If any department is lacking a persons, definitely this persons can fill up there and complete the works if any emergency arises. And then retention, if they are going to be a superannuation period, that is they are going to be retired, we will tell them not to retire and continue their works to meet the management discretions. Next is retired employees, where we have the requirement. What we will do, we will go and approach the already persons who have worked for our organization for more number of years and he has a very good qualification and experience, so they can fulfill our works. So to meet our requirement, we will call up that such a person. Next is dependent in the case a person working in the organization has died, their family members or their family legal heir can be called up to work for the organization. Due to the humanity, the organization do such a things. Next is previous applicants is that applicants who has already applied for a job and at such time we don't have a vacancy, we will call that persons. Whenever we need of a person, we will call the persons by seeing the resume. Next is acquisitions and mergers. Acquisition is that acquiring of a company. When any company is going to be winded up, we will acquire that company by settling all their losses, and that can be done. Merger is that A and B or the company, they can be jointly function because something is lacking in A and something can be lacking in B. So if they work together, their needs can be fulfilled. So this is what the merger. So in today's class we have seen the internal sources 11 points where we have starts from transfer and ends till acquisition and mergers. So within the organization itself we have this much of facility and this much of ways where we can recruit a person. So for recruiting a person itself this much of sources is available within organization. If we go for an outside organization, we have a n number of methods where it will be categorized into two. External is categorized into two: direct and indirect. Direct and indirect external sources we will be seeing in the next session about what is there under the direct and indirect of the external sources.
Thanks for watching.